Greetings, everyone. This is Doc Hatfield, Preacher Man Piper. I was watching a video by Bass Piper, and I really enjoyed it. Talking about his Stanwell that he has and how much he loves it. So I told him I'd do my story about Stanwells. I don't know if I've told that story before, but if I have, hey, just chalk it up to an old man, okay? Now I'm going to tell it again. When I had my pipe shop that I had for 5 years, I had a man walk in one day. Oh, by the way, this is a Savinelli Trevi 320 KS. And I tell you, I just love this pipe. It smokes like a dream. Saying that, I really don't know if it does or not because I've never had a dream smoking a pipe. Or I've never had a dream that I was smoking a pipe in the dream. Anyway, I had a fella come into my pipe shop and he said, he come in and he looked. Now back in those days, a lot of the pipes were put up on the wall in big trays. There were 12 pipes in a tray. And those trays were set open so people could see all the pipes all along the back of the wall. And this man came in and he said that he would like to look at a pipe. And so I said, well, just look and tell me if there's one you see that you might like. And he looked around for a minute and he said, I'd like to see that pipe right up there. And it was a Stanwell. And I said, which one? He said, I want to see all of them. So I pulled the whole tray down and showed them to him. And he was looking at them and just eyeing them all over. And all of a sudden he said, you have cube tobacco for people who work outside? I said, yes, I do. He said, well, he said, I'll take these. And I said, take what? He said, all of them. I said, all 12? He said, yeah, all 12 of them. And he said, I'd like a half a pound of that tobacco, that cube tobacco for smoking outside. And I'd like to have a little thing that holds some cleaners and a tamper. And he said, and I'd like a cheap lighter to go with them. And so I got all that stuff together, sold them to him, he left, and that was the end of it. Well, went on there for about 4 months, and he come walking back in there one day. And this time, he didn't even look around. He said, let me see them pipes. And it was the Stanwell pipes. I pulled them down. He looked at them for a minute. He said, I want a half pound of that cube tobacco. And he just went through the whole gamut again. I got him all of it again. And he took it and he left. Well, then, about another 4 months went by and he come in and did the same thing again. Well, there were some other people in there with me, and when he left, I said, anybody know him? Said, no, but we never seen anybody buy that many pipes at one time. I said, well, this is his third time to buy them. I don't know what he's doing with them. And so then about 4 months later, he come back in and was getting them again, and I said, can I ask you something? He said, sure. What are you doing with all of these pipes? And he smiled at me and he said, I sell Caterpillar machinery, earth moving equipment. And he said, 90% of those guys smoke cigarettes, and I don't like cigarettes. So he said, if they buy something off of me, he said, I'll give them a pipe and that tobacco and the cleaners and the lighter and everything. And I said, well, what do you know about that? I said, well, you must be doing pretty good. He said, well, it's increased my sales. I said, well, that is something. That's amazing. And so then he left, and I had that shop for 5 years, and I mean every 4 months, you almost could put it on the calendar. About every 4 months, he'd walk in there and buy those pipes again. And back in that day, the Stanwell pipe was as popular as what the 7L pipe is today. It was a good smoking pipe. It was a clean pipe. It was a pretty pipe, and many times they were just you could take any of them and pass a cleaner through them, and they were just great pipes to have. And so that's my Stanwell pipe story. Smoking Granger in this thing tonight. Boy, I sure do like that Granger tobacco. I'm an old codger tobacco smoker. I've been smoking a pipe now 60 years, and I just love the old codger blends. Now, I know everybody's got all these other blends that they talk about, and I don't think there's a thing wrong with that. I'm just an old codger blend person. I just love the old stuff, the Carter Hall, the Sir Walter Raleigh, the Granger, the Sale, the Velvet, that kind of stuff. That's what I'm really into. Now, I've got a whole bunch of other stuff, but that's been sent to me and since I've been on the YTPC, but I just always gravitate back to my old codger blends because I'm an old codger. So anyway, that's the end of my story. I hope and pray that everybody will get a pipe and light her up and enjoy it. Sit back and relax. And may the good Lord just shower his blessings upon you. So till next time, I'll see you. Bye-bye.